Okay, at the end of the class I will tell that because we are already late. You're saying? Okay, starting the video. As always, so let me just put that to the slide. So anyone knows what is WDS? And oh, I did. Hey, you win again, man. Cool. Okay, yeah, you were saying? Samir? Windows deployment services?
Deploy clients.
To deploy clients. What else?
And maybe servers, but most of the time remotely, unattended maybe unattended.
Okay, what's the main purpose? To deploy? What do you mean by clients? So images. Anyone know what is images? ISO file. But okay, what is image anyway? How do you create an image, or what is image again? Again, anyone else? Yeah, that is somewhat correct, but anyone else want to give it a try?
It's like a snapshot of the working computer.
Snapshot.
It's like a
Template.
It's like that, but why do you need image?
to install
Windows
deploy.
Okay, anyone? Yeah.
Windows on bare metal machines.
Bare metal machines. What is a bare metal machine? So a machine that has come directly from manufacturer, it's empty. So suppose you have 10,000 machines and you've given 1 weekend, you've been given 1 weekend to do that. Okay, the slide is there. So check your Google group and download the slide, and we're going to talk about that and have your machines ready for this. So introduction of WDS. The primary purpose of WDS is to provide a simplified methodology or method of rapidly deploying Windows operating systems over the network. Yay. Okay, so you can use WDS to install and configure Microsoft Windows operating systems remotely on computers that are pre-boot execution environment enabled. Or we call it PXE or PXE or pre-boot execution environment. What is this? PXE. Anyone can tell me what is pre-boot execution environment?
The ability to get IP from this network.
Okay. Anyone else?
That is not PXE.
What is PXE?
PXE.
Control,
It is the replacement for DOS. Replacement for DOS. We moved into PXE. Previously we moved to DOS.
What is PXE again? Okay. How many semesters did you take?
Pre-execution environment.
Yeah.
Previously we moved up to DOS environment and did this task. Now we
Yeah,
there is no DOS.
it's one of the boot options that come that do you want to go for PXE. But what is PXE? When it comes, this option means that is giving some kind of feature or some kind of benefit to the network. What kind of feature is that?
I think you are controlling remotely the boot process.
Kinda no and yes, no, and yes, no. Okay. Yeah. So what you were saying, Albors? Okay, you have 10,000 machines scenario, and you are given the task of installing Windows 7, MS Office, Adobe Acrobat, and make sure the drivers are okay, the sound driver, the network card drivers, and anything else. So application. So I'm just making here this server. I don't know why I make this. Okay, I don't need this. Okay, this one. So we have one server here, and we have lots of clients here. So does it copy paste? That's bad. It doesn't copy paste. MS Paint. They should improve MS Paint. Okay, anyway. So This? Oh, that's gonna create a picture of that, right? Okay. Hey, genius. Okay, so yeah, I'm going there. Exactly. Oh, yes, you said it. Sorry. Yeah, what is that? Good. Exactly. So now the scenario is that if you have 10,000 machines and these are some kind of machines, right? So they are all Windows clients. I'm just going to quickly name them as Windows client machines. And what's going on is they are all what? They are all bare metal. Which means what? They're empty. They just, you bought them from the vendor and they are 10,000. We can make it lesser, you know. Let's make a discount on that. Let's have 500 machines. So they are bare metal. They are 500 new machines. And your task during the weekend is to deploy what? So we're gonna just go for deploy what? And your task is to deploy Windows 7 on all of them, MS Office on all of them, and then Adobe Acrobat, Adobe Reader, and make sure all the drivers are working for the devices. Okay, so network card, display card. That's it. So how do you do that? There are two ways to do that. You can go to each of the 10,000 machines, put the DVD. You must have 10,000 DVDs. Okay, I discounted it to 500, sorry. So 500 machines, you go one by one and install Windows 7. First Windows 7 is installed, then you install MS Office. Next. So whenever there are next, you will just run like this, and maybe you have a skateboard. So like this, you know, this is click. If you bump into something and you forgot to stop and there's a server in front of you. Okay, anyway. So either you do one by one, or you make an image of a reference machine and deploy that to all of the machines. Okay, again, this time I'm gonna speak in English. So scenario, I'm gonna go to the Pixie now. Scenario is you have 500 machines. They're all, you know, same hardware. Hardware is same. So you take out one of the machine separately, and we're gonna call it the reference machine. What is a reference machine? One of the empty machines you separated and started installing Windows 7 drivers, and then MS Office and Adobe Reader on one of the machines. The hardware is same, right? So this is reference machine. So then you call your boss. Hey boss, I have installed everything here. There's the you know, all these applications are deployed here. Windows 7, MS Office, Adobe Reader, and then you check, restart, and check again. Even if you install all the updates as well, Windows updates inside this machine. This machine is the perfect machine. This is how you want the rest of the 499 machines as well, right? What you do, you install. So first way, you go one by one, or and install everything one by one on all the machines. So you say, no way, I know technology. There are many ways to deploy operating systems. In fact, what are the other ways in the market that you can deploy operating systems and applications? If I, just for the, you know, knowledge, Ghost. So okay, I should mention Norton Ghost, otherwise you'll be scared, you know. Yeah, Ghost. Whoa, Ghost. No. Okay. So yeah, bingo. SCCM, System Center Configuration Manager. So yeah, and what else? Acronis. Anyone used Acronis? Okay. What else? MDT, new one, 2013. What else? RIS was in Windows 2003. in Windows 2003 built-in, and WDS is in Win 2K8 2008 and onwards, and Win 2K12. So WDS is Windows Deployment Services. RIS was Remote Installation Services. Acronis is a third party. SCCM is, okay, let me just, oh, it doesn't let me go down. Or I will just go for bigger picture. So there are many types that are available, but now people cannot see. Okay, so Norton Ghost, SCCM, Acronis, MDT, we're using the free feature in Windows that is called WDS. If we had Windows 2003, we would have used the Remote Installation Services, RIS. And then there are Norton Ghost third party. SCCM is from Microsoft. Systems Center Configuration Manager. So this is from Microsoft. Sorry? SCOM is SCOM is Operations Manager. So System Center Configuration Manager is used to install or deploy applications, but so I'm just gonna go back to SCCM because I need to explain that. So SCOM is for monitoring. So this is just for monitoring. I told it in the first day, right? So this is for deploying OS apps and the combination. There is another way to deploy applications only in Windows environment domain. You can deploy applications, but you cannot deploy anything else. That's for automating the installation. So that's to make unattended installation. But how do you deploy to after that you make it unattended, right? So there is how do you deploy applications other than these solutions? So these solutions through MSI, through group policy. Hey, how many samosas did you eat? 2? 1? Oh, many. You can have more, one more, right? So, but you can have 2 more because also you know. He had very good lunch and he had very good jokes today. So because Linux is future, so that was, you deserve 2 more samosas, man. That was a good one. Though there's no future for Microsoft, sir, so I did not do your assignment. What? Okay, so WDS is in Win2K8 and 2012. So group policy. So we need to know this list of solutions. As systems administrator, you're becoming system administrators, right? So you're administrating VMware, you're going to be administrating routers and switches, Microsoft and Linux machines. So system administrator is managing systems, which means any kind of systems a company has, and these are the most famous ones what you're studying for, right? So when you come for deployment of application, when you talk about applications deployment, then you would know all these solutions. So group policy with .msi extension software. So if your software is MSI, we're going to do that too when we start the group policy topic. But these are the main things that you need to know for deployment scenarios. Group policy does not deploy OS. Through group policy you can only deploy applications only, right? And those which are MSI, although you can package other software. So what we are talking about is we create a reference machine, we install, okay, this is going to be, so if you know this already, and I'm struggling with the screen thing, so I'm just gonna go here and look at this. So reference machine is created where you install all the software. Now when your boss says exactly now install all this to the rest of the 499 computers, so you do what? Those computers are empty, totally empty. So first one machine, which is now known as reference machine, has all this, and so this is our sample machine, right? Kind of. So what you do is you create image of this machine, reference machine. Create an image of this reference machine, and then what you do? Then you, okay, there are two types. Okay, I'm just going to go to that answer file to make it unattended. So you don't want to, when you're deploying this image, first of all, what happens? Once you suppose deployed everything to the 499 machines, what happens? Those machines, when they restart, they will have these things in working condition. Windows 7, MS Office, Adobe Reader will be in 499 machines in working condition, and you did not touch or did not go to each and every machine to do that. So you're going to create an image and deploy the image, right? This is the overall picture of that you take an image and then you deploy it to empty machines. But the thing is that those empty machines are empty. So how do they communicate with the server? How do they, so suppose, let me get to the scenario. The server is ready to deploy an image. So okay, let me just get that steps also written here. Once you deploy, once you create the image, major steps are, once you create the image, you do what? You upload it to the WDS server. Then you do what? Deploy it to empty machines. So first you take an empty machine, install all your favorite software, all the required software of the company, and then you take an image of that machine, then you upload it to the WDS server. In that case, what will happen? You will be uploading image from this machine to WDS server, and then from WDS server you will be deploying everything to all this image to all those machines at, you know, 1 night, 2 nights, or 3 nights. You will just be able to deploy all these, because 499 is a huge amount of machines. At one time you could start with 25 machines, start of 25 or 30 machines to do, so you make sure that network bandwidth is not having bottleneck or congested, and when you come in the morning you don't discover that okay, 3 of the machines or 10 of the machines were not deployed because of network congestion. So much data was traveling that or maybe there was network issue at that time. Some switch has some problem, so it could be anything. So go for sets of machines. You still have, you know, maybe you're given 2 weekends for that. So the main thing is that these are the major steps. Reference machine, install everything, then create an image of that reference machine, upload that image to the WDS server, and then deploy that to the empty machines. But now that question is coming, the machines are empty. When they start, or if they are started, so we assume they already, empty machines are all connected or wired to the network. We assume that already, right? They are connected. Second thing, when they start, they are empty. How do they get the IP address? From DHCP. Who helps to get that IP address for an empty machine? What feature of exactly? Pre-execution boot environment. The sole purpose of PXE or PXE is to search for a DHCP, local DHCP server, and grab an IP in case you don't have an operating system. PXE feature. So if I go for PXE here, so PXE feature, WDS, for the WDS itself, it's a name of the application, it's the role. DS. Yeah, we can. WDS is a free solution. You just buy Windows 2012 license, right? So it's a built-in feature, WDS. Or you can pay to Norton Goes Semantic for all the licenses and everything. So free against paid. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. From Acronis, from Northern Ghost, it's already proven solution, which is very good. But now Microsoft has its own very, very good solutions, which with many of the advanced features. So yeah, so we're trying WDS today for that, and check that if a free feature is so good. So there's a paid feature as well from Microsoft, which is SCCM. You need to buy a separate license for that, System Center Configuration Manager, but it's like a dragon. It's a separate course of SCCM, and SCCM experts are still required because there are so many customizations now. You have tablets, you have cell phones coming to the office, bringing to the office. People are bringing, and they need applications there inside the cell phones even, or tablets. Hey, can you deploy that in my this machine, that machine, and this machine, and I want to access on all my devices that same Excel file or that same shared folder or that same application, banking application or insurance application. So SCCM can do all that easily if once with applying all the company rules, it can do that. But anyway, what's PXE? So I would just go for you already have the slide. I think you have the slide open in front of you, which is not the case. You can open the slide in front of you, which I sent. It's okay. I'm not gonna take back the samosas you already took, so it's okay. Pre-boot execution environment. But what does it do? It searches for a local DHCP and grabs an IP address. Second thing about PXE is it's a feature built into the chipset of the network card. So
by default, it searches. We don't need to do any configuration.
no, we don't need to
By
do.
default, it
Our
searches.
machines right now, our laptops, they're all having PXE feature. Nowadays, every network card has PXE feature. There is another scenario that maybe you have network cards, maybe that they don't support. They vendor forgot to put the chip is gone and 2 million cards are gone now, and I did not put that PXE feature. No, that never happens. So in that case, there is a discover image feature as well, that you can put that information of, hey, search that local DHCP for me and then grab an IP from that DHCP for me. I am a bare metal machine. I don't have an operating system, so I cannot grab an IP through an operating system. So PXE feature has to be copied to a USB device and connected to that, or copied by any way. But we're going to discover images, how they work. But the main thing is that every network card nowadays supports PXE. Okay, so first thing it does is this. It searches for a local DHCP and grabs an IP address, and it's built into the network card chipset. Okay, so it's built into the network card chipset. This is all we need to know about PXE. Our machines right now will support PXE, and we're going to discover that. We're going to do all the next step by step, and we're going to deploy the first image, and then we're going to capture the image and deploy. First we're going to do the easy one, then we're going to go for the tougher one. So this is for WDS. So one thing is clear, that on bare metal machines you deploy WDS over the network. What do you need for WDS to install itself? What do you need?
The server.
Windows Server? Yeah. Okay, what else? Basic requirements of WDS. First of all, WDS is a role. So just like we installed the role of Active Directory, we installed the role of DHCP, we installed the role of DNS, WDS is also a role, right? Our server has to be DC, DNS, GC, DHCP is a must. Make sure your domain controller right now has a DHCP, right? And then we can add, if these all are there, GCs I just add, but WDS, GC is understood that it's there. I'm just adding it for our, mind that, okay, GC is there. Then if all these are there, then we add the WDS role to that. If any one of them is not there in the network, we're putting all these roles in the machine, right? WDS could be a separate machine as well. where you can install this role and then start the operations of deploying the operating systems and capturing the images of reference computers. But the main thing is that DC has to be there, domain controller, DNS has to be there, DHCP has to be there. If these three are there, GC is always there, of course. Then WDS can work.
Is there fully compulsory? I mean, server code cannot.
Server can also do WDS. But the thing is that a server core has long list of roles that it can do. We can just look at those lists. Inside the network, if server core is connected to a network which has already DC, DNS and DHCP, we are okay. As long as any of the machines has this. So in our case, our server 1 or the first machine will have, it already has DC, DNS, DHCP and WDS. So we know what's PIXY, we know what's the scenario that if the machines are there, these empty machines, when they start, they will look for a DHCP already, and then if the DHCP is there, in our case it is there, DHCP, it will grab the IP automatically from that DHCP. After that, if WDS is configured, then those empty machines will be forwarded to WDS. So we're going to see that now. Let's go for the slide and go through the steps. So you can use WDS to install and configure Microsoft Windows operating systems remotely on computers that are PIXY enabled. So we know what's PIXY, right? A PIXY client computer may not have any operating system, but it has the capability to boot to the network. Okay, that's what we discussed. GPO. Then other ways to deploy are GPO, SCCM, MDT, Microsoft Deployment Tool, Windows 2003. We just discussed that. And these are all the machines I created. Looks so cool, right? Oh, anyway. So yeah, WDS will work if you have DC, DNS, DHCP. Okay, again, the requirements, we just discussed that. Thank you very much. So Active Directory should be there, DHCP, DNS. So these are the things that are inside WDS. When we install WDS, it has multiple folders created, and we're going to use sysprep again. We used sysprep. Exactly. So we use sysprep to make clones, right? Here, do you need sysprep for any scenario? Do you see any scenario where sysprep will be used or should be used? Yeah, what's the scenario? SSID of the Wi-Fi would be? Okay. I do the same, man. Okay. SID. So SID should be different because there will be one image distributed to 499 machines. So it should have separate SIDs for every machine. It's still emanating from one image. Just like our template is one, but when you make clones, the SIDs should be different, right? So sysprep is always involved and required. Okay, there are boot images, install images. Yep. So sysprep is exactly involved in the creation of the image. So before the image is created, actually image is created with the help of sysprep. Yeah. So there are boot images, install images, capture images, reference computer, the terminology is there, sysprep, multicast transmission, and wake up. Okay, that's wake, Windows Automatic Installation Kit. Wake is to automate or make it unattended installation for your machine. So if you have 499 machines and you start installation, you do not want to go to each machine to answer the question. So you started 499 machine installation over the network, and then every machine is stopped on, hey, put the key there for Windows 7 license. So you will have a 499 long list of paper, and you'll look next machine. Actually, the machine will not come to you. You will have to go to machine, right? So you will go there and wrong key. Okay, wrong again. Okay. So anyway, again, you don't exactly. Hey, this key doesn't work. Although I just shared it on my Facebook, but I don't know why it's not working now. So you don't need to go to any machine, even when after you deploy that software. You have to make it automated. All keys, all well, key system is also separate. So there's a separate server that actually provides the keys for that. But main thing is that you do not need to touch any of the options. It should not stop at any of the options during the installation. It should be an automated installation, right? Okay, let's go ahead and pre-staging requires GUID, so there is pre-staging as well. When we install WDS, we're gonna discuss all these folders, why they are there. Yep. Answer key for installation when we configure wake, then we need the answer key. It's not answer key, it's an answer file. Yeah. So answer file will be created through wake, and this will be used to automate the installation. So it will be all automatic, right? Okay, let's start the lab as well, and as well as go for all these services. So when we go step by step with the configuration, all these terminologies will come, and I will explain during that. So we should have enough time to complete the labs. So first lab would be, first of all, the most compulsory thing is that the machine should be started. In my case, it's not. Okay. And the second thing is that you should have DHCP. So everyone has DHCP which is working, right? You tested the DHCP, right? So everyone please start the first machine, and let's add the role of WDS and then talk about it, and let's quickly finish it before Sumit comes back. Oh, okay. So, okay. Let's go ahead and, so I'm going to be very, very slow today. No, I'm just kidding. So server 1 starting. So no, it has DHCP should be configured. WDS, not you're installing SUS. We will be doing that. I wanted to add something difficult for the test, so I was just playing evil today. Otherwise, WSAS is so easy, man. It's like in the test, I mean, you should feel the pain in the test. That's the enjoying part. Oh, okay. No, I mean, I didn't mean that. I didn't say that. Oh, it's recording. I'll have to edit that. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure I'm not gonna edit that. So. Okay, 2 guys are leaving. Let's start the lab quickly. So 3 guys are. Oh, okay. So we are in server 1, the domain controller. All right. Good luck, man. Okay. So domain controller. Is this Surface Pro 3? This one? Claro? Okay. So is it Surface Pro 3? No. Yeah, Microsoft Surface, man. The new cool machine. Oh, its keyboard is very light. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to distract you all. No, that's not the case. So everyone has started server 1? Yes, thank you for replying. Second thing, do you see on the left side in the server manager all these roles installed? ADDS, DHCP, DNS. Who does not have DHCP? Don't say yes because I have a gun. I don't have a gun. Water gun. Water gun. Yeah. Yeah, you're saying? Nahin hai? Okay, if you don't have DHCP, please install it quickly. I hope you know that, but majority of us have a DHCP, right?
Will it allow you to install WDS if you don't have DHCP service?
Without DHCP, it's not gonna work at all. WDS will not work.
You will error out, but you will be allowed to add the role. WDS.
Yeah, exactly. And we're gonna do that now. So guys, let's start this. Dashboard, let's go there. Add roles and features on dashboard. Next, 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 finish. And this is, oh, okay. Oh, HDD. So where am I now? On the seat, of course, but where am I on the board? Here. So did you start the on the server? I'm on domain controller now. I clicked add roles and features, and I'm on the roles window.
That,
Oh, okay, it's installed.
that's not, I don't put any scope or anything like that.
You have to put the scope. Guys, DHCP, we need a scope because our bare metal machines need an IP.
We did do that.
Yeah, those who did not do it, please create a scope. So new scope and just, new scope and next finish, and give the scope 1.50 up to 1.70 or something. You know what we did the first day, second day. Okay, everyone on this screen? Okay, let's go ahead. Where's WDS? Way down here. Windows Software Update Services. Is that WDS? That Windows Deployment Services. So the third one from the last. Windows Deployment Services. When you click this, add features will pop up. Of course, you just need to click add features and click next. And nothing to do in the features. Everyone there? Let me know if I'm fast. You know what I'll do.
Cancel the future.
No. Whenever the feature window pops up, always do what? Click add features. Always.
ASP.NET is one of the features.
These features are recommended to be installed for WDS. So it has chosen that feature, so we can just say yes. No, actually here on the roles, right? On the roles, when you click this WDS, then it will pop up a new window which already added the features that are required for WDS, right?
I choose the Windows Server Update Service.
Oh, no, not that. Windows Deployment Services. Okay, let's hurry up. He's okay. Next, and Windows Deployment Services, and this is the final part of that. Oh, just no. That's an old joke. I need to come up with a new joke, man. So this is the second lab, or we are just about to leave now. Yeah, I should say that now. Okay. Next, nothing to do in the features. Next. Okay, everyone on this screen, deployment server and transport server. Yes, so deployment server provides the full functionality of WDS, which you can use, of course, but what's the difference? Transport server provides a subset of the functionality of WDS. It contains only the core networking parts which you can use to transmit data using multicasting. So some of the extra features that you can use for Windows deployment services will be installed with the transport server. Overall, if you uncheck transport server, don't uncheck that. I'm just, kidding. Wow, you're fast, man. That's good.
Yeah, this is
No, even if you did that, just check it back. That's all. I mean, like, it's okay. I mean, even if you did that. Okay. So anyway, transport service. So main thing is you can just check both, keep it checked. But if you suppose uncheck company policy, do not use anything that we do not specifically require. So maybe your company is small, and you have few machines that you want to do for. This is the last lab, and okay, so last slide of that, and we are leaving now. Thank you very much. Okay, so transport server is when you do it on large scale with huge environment, right? Even if you select it for a small environment, it's okay, it doesn't bite anyone. But the main thing is that it will give you some extra features of multicast and all the other related features to multicast, which are subset of multicast features. We're gonna discover that. We're gonna test multicast today. I hope. So next, we're gonna keep both features. It's okay. It's just giving us extra WDS features if we select transport server, and we'll keep it selected, right? Next, and click restart always. If your machine has a pending restart, it's not gonna do rest of the lab, or it's gonna create some problems. So always click this, and click install, and some samosas are left here. So those who are answering the questions correctly, or never leave for the break, or stay here all night today and repeat this lab, can have the next samosas. Okay, that was a bad one. So if WDS is installed, Okay, it's done. So let's go with the next steps. Next step is okay. Huh? Not even started? Why? Super slow drive, SSD. Okay. God. I can't believe my SSD. Oh, okay. So WDS is there, and you should be all on this screen. If I go to tools, I can go way down and until I see this Windows Deployment Services from tools, or I can go from WDS, right click here, I mean left click and then right click like this, and it's gonna go for this console. So done? Yes. Okay, tools, Windows Deployment Services, and we are in the management. There are two things showing here, and we need to be here right clicking this like this, but I'm gonna stay here for next. I'm gonna give you enough time, so I'm gonna stay for 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, done. So let's go ahead. I gave you enough time. What happened? Nobody reached? Done? Okay, this line done. This is the longest line. 3 people. Okay, you're on the literally same page. Okay, is everyone on the same page? Yes, yes, no? No, no, yes. Wow, I can't wait. You're wasting my time. Okay.
7 weeks.
Oh, okay. 7 weeks for that. Right. So, okay, right click, configure server here. So, everyone on this screen, right click, configure server. Yeah? Okay, configure server, then you see this, the requirements of WDS server. And we go ahead. Okay, we go ahead. So it is giving that it should be NTFS, DNS should be there, DHCP should be there with PXE enabled card and ADDS. So we go next. I mean, there's nothing there on the first screen. I mean, just prerequisites. Next, we should have integrated with Active Directory or standalone server. Yes, we should have integrated with Active Directory because future is for Microsoft. So Active Directory. God, man, that was so good. I can't take it out from him. What? Somebody said that? Microsoft has no future? I'm a heart attack now. Okay, anyway, what about my job? Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna be next week. I'm gonna join your Linux class and start learning Linux as well. I heard, sir, from somebody that Linux has the future. So, okay, that's a good one. Huh? Integrate with Active Directory. Yes, we need to integrate with Active Directory. Does RH or Red Hat has a directory services structure? Red Hat Linux. How do you configure server to client? Samba. So what do you do with that? You install Samba and then do what? Is it already there or you have to add that? And then to do what? To add the clients to the Samba server, or do you need to join the clients to the Samba server, or do you need to just it detects the clients and that's it?
I'll use it for sharing.
Okay.
Sharing data.
Not for creating central users and
I just
whatever users you create on Samba, they are logged in from the Linux machines that are client machines. Do you do that? How do you create a client on?
because on the client also we can have cover.
It's Linux too.
It's Linux 2. Okay.
Client machine we can enter the domain and the domain name.
Off. In the Linux, we have a domain concept, right? Okay, so I'm joining the next Saturday class. No.
It's so creative.
Oh, yeah, it's the basics. Right now, it's basics going on.
Domain and the domain name, the command, which is already there local. Hostname not local.
Okay, so I've just clicked next, and this is the remote install folder. So I just click next and keep it to Active Directory integrated, right? So remote installation folder will have all the subfolders of WDS. This is the main folder for WDS. It is always recommended to have it on a separate drive other than the C drive. Why?
Performance.
Performance. Okay, it's recommended to do that, but it's our lab. We can mistreat this technology as we want. So we're gonna try to abuse that. No, I'm just kidding. So the thing is that yes, we should have a separate drive. Let's just go for C drive for now. For production environment, we should know that it should be C drive, right? C drive. Okay, when we click next, it says that, right? So the volume selected is also Windows system volume for best performance, and you have another drive. Do you want to continue? Yes. So I'm continuing right here because we can add a new drive, but that's gonna be like, oh, you know, like 13 or 14 more steps. Everyone on this screen? Yes. Okay, so do not listen on DHCP and DHCP v6 ports is checked, and configure DHCP options for proxy DHCP. So the main thing about this, the main thing to understand here is that you have two. So this is what we're doing is already not recommended in the production environment. What is not recommended? WDS should not be installed on the, okay, that's one of the not recommended things. There is another not recommended thing we are doing. WDS should not be installed on domain controller. It should not be, it should be a separate server. On a member server we should install WDS, but we need a client now, and it's not recommended to do what we're doing, but it is still, it works on installing WDS as well. In fact, it is supported by Microsoft as well. For small environment, they understand that, okay, they cannot have another server for everything. So what is it saying? If you have WDS and DHCP on the same server, they will be, so do not listen on DHCP and DHCP v6. If WDS and DHCP on the same server, they tend to listen to the same port. And this means that the traffic for DHCP may not be answered by the DHCP service, because WDS is also offering the same service on the same port. If both of the services, WDS and DHCP, are installed on the same server, both of the services can be affected. The DHCP traffic may not get the proper answer from the DHCP service. The WDS traffic may not get the proper service from the WDS. So it says that do not listen on DHCP and DHCP v6 ports. It's just telling the DHCP, hey, you, Mr. DHCP, are installed on this server, but now we have WDS as well. So can you please not listen on the regular ports you were listening on till now, and dynamically you will be assigned some other port by the operating system. So DHCP traffic should be still receiving some answer from DHCP service, and WDS traffic should be receiving an answer from the WDS service. So the main thing here is to understand is if WDS and DHCP on the same computer, which is not recommended, but it still works, everything works. That's why they have this option that they detected that, oh, both servers are here, then I'm telling the DHCP not to listen on the regular ports, but just change randomly your ports and keep offering the DHCP service. That's the only purpose here that we're, yep, on a separate. Then you just need to uncheck this. It will show, but you have to uncheck that. Okay, configure DHCP options for proxy DHCP is one of the DHCP options that's we're going to configure also, and this option is all about offering this. So what is DHCP relay? Anyone knows what is DHCP relay?
Just forward the request to the DHCP server
Other network. Yep. It's an agent of DHCP, or where you don't have a proper DHCP installed, then it's going to offer that service on another network or another subnet or another branch. Even you can have a DHCP relay. Relay means what? Forward the traffic, relay the traffic, right? So what is DHCP? Configure DHCP options for proxy DHCP. What does that mean? Configure DHCP options for proxy DHCP. What's a proxy? We know what's relay. What's proxy?
For securing the clearing the IP for other people.
Yeah. Here it just means yeah.
Someone working on behalf of someone else.
Exactly, proxy. Someone working on behalf of someone. You another samosa for you, right? Okay. So yeah, so configure DHCP proxy options is just for referring the WDS, referring the machines that are not having the images to the WDS service. So what happens now? When you get an IP from empty machine starts, it gets an IP from DHCP, then it will be referred to WDS for images that it can deploy. Or if you're there, if the customer is there or the desktop guy is there and he or she's deploying a new computer, maybe you have 5 or 10 laptops, then the DHCP will start, get an IP, then it will refer you to the WDS service, and from WDS help desk people that select their images, and then the images get installed, right? So this is that service that's going to refer to WDS for what images you want to install, because it's a bare metal machine, right? So same machine is not recommended, but right now we're going to do that for DHCP and WDS, and you should do it with a separate machine as well, but let me know wherever you're stuck. Okay, what option would you recommend here? Yeah. Okay, again, what?
Once we install it, WDS in this machine now, right now it's in the C. So once we install it later, we think, okay, we'll put it
Oh,
in
yeah.
the server.
Yeah, we can do that always.
So we can just
Yeah.
uninstall this one, or you remove the
No, remove the feature. Just uninstall that, yeah. And install it somewhere else and move all the images. You've already created those images, right? Okay, do not respond to any client computers. What does that mean? Oh, okay, that was a silly question. It means do not respond. So this means the clients are asking for image and do not respond to that. But what does that mean? Respond only to known clients. What is the meaning of that? What are known clients? Kinda. What are known clients? Known to who? Yes, but known clients, we are talking about empty machines right now. How can they be already added to the machine when they are empty machines, right?
Computers connected to the
MAC address. Okay, sorry.
computers connected to the network.
So every client that is connected to the network is actually, Active Directory cannot trust those clients, right? They're unknown clients. Known client is, if you see, if you drag this window here and you see that Active Directory pre-staged devices. Pre-staged devices means what? Active Directory. If you add these, if you right click the pre-staged device, and so scenario is that you have like 20 machines and you want to pre-stage those machines, which just means that give the MAC address or the serial number or GUID of that machine to the Active Directory. So Active Directory will know already these machines, that these are the empty machines, but it has its MAC address already, and it will recognize from the MAC address that, oh, these machines I know because this has been already added to me on this Active Directory pre-staged devices feature. So machines are empty. You cannot join them to the main. So Active Directory has no idea to know, unless you manually do the process of adding the MAC addresses of the newly bought machine to the Active Directory. So then you can say that, select this option, that suppose there are 20 machines, but somebody added 3 or 4 machines more. Hey, let's get the image for these machines as well, which is unauthorized, or maybe hacker machines. So Active Directory will respond to only known clients or whose MAC addresses have been already added here in the pre-staged devices feature. Otherwise, what we can do, we're not gonna start a new machine, a virtual machine, and then we're gonna add the MAC address. We're gonna go for the third option. So we know what's a known client, right? This could be your quiz question for the next test, right? Oh, I talk a lot. Okay. known and unknown. So this means that those machines whose MAC address have not been added already to the Active Directory could also be added to the WDS service, right? Or can, and then there is that require administrator approval option. So this means this is an extra level of authentication. You have to approve those machines. Since we selected the unknown option as well, we should put that approve. In our lab, it's just an extra step, but I need you to see that step, that when the machine has started to implement the image, it will stop at a certain stage. And you need to know, oh, this is, it's not going to say I'm waiting for approval. It's just going to stop, and you think that it's still going to go ahead. And after 1 hour, you're still going to go ahead, 2 hours. So then you will go back and see, oh, it's asking for approval, and there is an approval message on the WDS server showing that it needs an approval.
So if we check that, then you will have to physically go to the computer.
Yes, it's a manual process. Manual process. Yes, we have to see that machine there, and oh, there's approval coming. Okay, right click, click approve.
In production environment,
In production environment, if we know our network already, so we know that no hacker could come there, you could just uncheck that. It's just an extra step, or you can unattend that option there. But approval is still a manual process. You cannot unattend approval process, right?
so the approval process, you need.
It's a manual process.
You need to put the password or just hit enter.
No, it's just the machine stops. Machine grabs the IP from the DHCP and gets the information from WDS. It's about to load the imaging options, that what image you want to select. But before that, it's going to wait for the approval to go ahead. So in the initial starting screen, it's going to stop there. Until you approve, unless you approve, it's going to stay there.
Now my question is, how does the approval, the administrator approve? Does the admin need to type in their password?
No.
No?
It's just that machine request will be coming in under one folder, and it will be the machine name and IP, and you will know that, and right click and approve. So we're going to do that now. Okay, respond to all clients computer, known and unknown, and require administrator approval. Next. Okay, next is just installation of WDS. Everyone there? Yep. Oh. So at least that's why we should have approval process, that anyone can connect and ask for an image, right? We can also password protect that area as well, that you cannot even use it. Yeah, it's in the WDS server. I'm going to show you now. So click finish that. Now we should be seeing all these folders, but you would notice that this is not green. There's a circle that is not green. It has to be green. This means the service of WDS is not started. So if you're stuck in next Saturday's lab on this and you see this, so right click this, all tasks, and click start. Okay. Oh man, I'm already telling the answers. Actually, already you're supposed to see the videos. So this video can be in front of you. You can see the video. I need the configurations successfully implemented. And still, after seeing the video and your screenshots in front of you, if you're unable to do that, then you will have to bring 10 bits then and there. Thank you very much. Good. Good. Okay. Yes. So okay. So configuration. So in last two cohorts, I did not make them. They were totally silent, and I was telling them be quiet or I'll cut the marks. Like kids, that was so much fun. Anyway, so and second thing, they could not see the video. They cannot see they were not allowed to see that. Whenever I was gone, then they were seeing that. So it was very difficult for them. So then I thought that in production, when I'm told to do something in production environment, I also put my steps there and then do that. Nobody remembers all the steps. If yeah. So in Linux exam, you no, but it was not allowed by rule. It was not allowed, right? When he was away, you saw that when it was going, it was allowed, right?
We can
Open.
talk everything.
Oh, okay. Talk was also open.
Yeah, we were allowed.
No, we didn't talk. We just
the
walked.
same.
We didn't talk. We just we didn't
Like
talk. We just walked.
walk and okay, like that. Okay. So yeah, in Microsoft exam, it has to be pin drop silence. Why? For your own good. You can talk and you can ask anyone, but I want you to rely on your effort to take help from the video, from TechNet. Think yourself and make the lab successful.
Even in the production.
No, I'm alone. I'm alone. I have all the Google and everything. No one, even if the guy is there, yeah, I never saw that before. While he did it every day, like I knew that, in production environment, don't rely on anyone. Maybe you're lucky, some very good guy. Yes, sir. What's the next thing you want to ask me? No one is that. Everyone wants you to fail there. So you ask a question, they might even give you the wrong answer, or they will just say, "Oh, I don't know," while they know that. So I want you to take your network as production environment and you're on your own. This means all the Google, everything, every document, every video is in front of you with pin drop silence. You need to do it yourself. This is for your good. You can copy now. You can ask now. In production environment, you'll be stuck. So take it as your production environment, and your boss has told you to implement that, and it's your job, it's your reputation in the job environment. Otherwise, this task will be taken away from you. And if it's taken away, then there is no purpose of you in the job. They will note that, and when the contract renewal comes, bad news also come with that. That okay, they're not renewing your contract because so many of the tasks were taken away from you because you cannot do it. Maybe you were asking somebody and he or she told you the wrong way or did not tell you at all, and you were stuck and you said sorry, or you took more time. So take this environment as production environment. So you will not talk to each other, but you can see anything you want, right? But for own good. It's for you, not for, I can give you MCQs and, right, next. Okay, you're all passed. Cool. It's easy for me, right? So, okay, start. So next question out as well. That if you're stuck there, you can just start the service. Okay, does it go green? Okay, or it shows an arrow. Does it? Yes. Okay. We need to do 2 measures. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So pre-stage devices. Double click that, and since now we don't have this other screen, can you right click the pre-stage? Click add device. So we can have a name. We can have a device ID. If you go for the explanation of this pre-stage in TechNet, it's gonna tell you either you put the GUID or GUID of the machine, or you put the MAC address of the machine in the device ID. The rest is okay. Device group, maybe it's a New York group, maybe it's a help desk group, whatever group is there. It's up to you. It's up to the company setting. But the main thing is device ID that will make it known. GUID of the machine from the vendor. So when the vendor is already sending you 50 machines, you will email them, can you put that in the paper, in Excel sheet, all the GUIDs of the machine? It's a long alphanumeric number. Or can you put on the paper the MAC addresses of all the machines? Thank you very much. So they have to, because you're purchasing and you're making them rich, right? So they have to do whatever you want, right? So MAC address of these machines, and it will be a known client then. For who? For Active Directory. It will be a known client. So once you add those information, that's it. Okay, let's go ahead with 2 major steps. Yep. Unknown is if they have not been pre-staged, every other machine is unknown. If they, because they are all empty machines we're talking about, right? So they're all unknown unless you actually add their MAC address manually there. Yeah, or through PowerShell. Doesn't have to be manual. There are many PowerShell scripts that add everything as a pre-staged, with all answering every question. Okay, for the first lab, there are 2 files to be added to 2 folders. Our first lab is to deploy an operating system on an empty machine over the network. This is our first lab. So this operating system will be just like you put the DVD of 2012 and then it starts installation and you do next finish, right? It will be exactly that, but over the network. You don't have to put the DVD anywhere. Suppose you have to put the operating system. This is the easy way just to let the features of WDS be known to you, right? This is sometimes required. Hey, do you want to install just an operating system, or you want to install something? So, this what we're going to do now does not happen in production environment. It's just for our knowing of WDS, how it works, right? You will know many of the steps that will be repeated for the tougher lab. Next lab, which is the capture image and upload of the image. That will be the tough one. But this lab will show you most of the options there. So install images and boot images, these are the two folders that we need to populate. We need to add something to these two folders. What are those two files? So install image and boot image. Boot image will be the boot files of an operating system. Install image will have the rest of the files to install the whole operating system itself. Boot image again will have the start files or the boot files of an operating system. Suppose we want to deploy right now Windows 7. Okay, for that, who has ISO image of Windows 8 or 7? Everyone has Windows 7 or 8? Any one of those. Everyone has a ISO client image for a client operating system. Either Windows 7 or Windows 8, doesn't matter. Okay, you don't have it. Who else doesn't have it? Okay, who does not have a client operating system image? Okay, 3 people only. 4, 5. All those who are shy and not raising hand can raise hand now. You will get a samosa for raising hand. Okay. 7, 8. Okay, now two hands. Okay, 2 samosas for 2 hands, right? Okay. So let's go for deployment of the server. We all have the server operating system, right? Same steps are for the client, same steps are for the server. So server operating system will be Windows 2012 R2, right? Everyone has that. Okay, if everyone has that, then the first step is, you must know where the ISO image is in your laptop, right? Second step is, I'm going to add a file called boot.vim to the boot images from the ISO of Windows 2012. So that file from Windows 2012 will tell me that these are the starting files of Windows 2012. These files should be there if you want the Windows 2012 to start on an empty machine, right? Then I'm going to add a second file in the install images folder, which will be install.vim, and that file will help install the rest of the Windows till the end for that Windows 2012. So install.vim file installs the rest of the window, the whole window, and boot.vim installs in boot images. When you put it, will help start or boot the Windows operating system, right? Boot images, boot files, install images, the rest of the Windows installation files. Yep. So there's a server called KMS in Microsoft environment that connects to the machine, and it has a list of all the keys, and it can provide the keys to operating systems which have just been deployed and does not have a key. If that is not set up, then you need to create an image that already is using a volume key. A volume key is a one key that you can use for multiple operating systems, and companies buy sometimes volume keys. So you can build it into the image. You already give it a key. Here I'm just going to deploy an operating system. There are many things that we can do rest, but we need to know the basics first. Okay, guys. So boot images. Yep.
Can you give us example how to install an image?
between boot image and install image? How do we install that? So we just add a file called boot.image, boot.vim from ISO of 2012 or ISO of Windows 7 if you want to deploy Windows 7. I'm going to show you that actually.
Because I couldn't tell the difference. You said both.
No, there's a big difference. The difference of spelling. Boot.vim and install.vim. They're different, man.
So the
Purpose of that is the boot.vim for offering the boot files, which help start the operating system. Boot files. Windows PE could be one of the examples. This is the start of the operating system. So can you give me an example of boot files? Boot.ini. INI files that initialize the start of the files. So boot.vim contains the start. Suppose you have install.vim added, but you did not add boot.vim. What will happen? The Windows will not start. The installation will not start. It will say, hey, where are the boot files to actually start the operating system? So it will first install or deploy the boot files, then it will deploy the install files, which will have the rest of the Windows files. So the purpose is, and they both heavily depend on each other. Anyone not there, the whole thing will be failed. Right? Okay, now let's do that, guys, everyone. So boot image. Right click this boot image and click boot image. But we have to go to the ISO of 2012. So we are, just make sure your DVD has your ISO 2012 R2 mapped to your virtual machine DVD of this virtual machine. So before doing that, even if you click right clicked it, just go out of that, cancel out of this. I'm going to make sure that my DVD ROM in this computer has ISO of 2012 R2. How do I make sure about that? Right click that domain controller, settings, DVD, DVD, CD DVD. I think I already have, everyone should have, right? So it's the ISO. If it's not there, server, it says server, okay, so it is in the DVD. Okay, I'm going to go back to that boot.images screen, right click the boot.image and add boot image. Because majority, everyone has this, some have client, but the client process is the same. If you have an ISO of client, exactly same thing you need to do. Okay, add boot image. Everyone there? Add boot image. So this screen will open. And you need to browse to where? The DVD of your computer, right? So browse this PC and this is a DVD of your computer, right? Double click that. Sources. Okay, that was fast. Everyone on the DVD?
Yes.
If you're inside the DVD, do you see the sources folder? If you see the sources folder, go inside. Do you see the boot.vim file? Alright. Sorry? Once more. Cancel out from here. Cancel out from here. Okay, I'm starting from boot images. Right click the boot images. Add boot image. Everyone there? Yes, we are way ahead. Yeah, you're there. Okay, add boot image. Browse. And then go for this PC. And then go down and go for your DVD. Okay, yep. It's okay. So those who want to pursue Windows 8 or 7, it's okay. Do the same steps. In my case, I'm doing Windows Server 2012. Those who do not have Windows 7 and 8 or 8 can follow me for the Windows 2012. The process should be exactly the same. So do you have Windows 7? So do you have sources folder there? Should be.
Yes. Installing 2012 R2 or standard?
2012 R2 data center. Yeah. Did you find it? Sources folder? Then from DVD, did you install that that one, Windows 7? It's video recording, I cannot say that. Yeah, so I am pausing the view. Oh, actually, resume. So boot.vim, I'm just gonna go there and double click boot.vim, and guys, here we have to be a little careful. Next, you see this name here. We should already start giving proper naming to our images. Okay, elbows. Already done. If you have forgotten this and the next finish is done, it's still not the end of the world. It's okay. But if you are going to have mixed images, Windows 2012, I'm starting now. Oh, okay. Start again. Okay, so if you have Windows 2012, then you will have Windows 7, then you will have Windows 8 maybe, images. Then everyone will detect the operating system with this same name. And you will be confused when there are 3 types of images available there. And you will choose, and each will be saying this name only. So in my case, I'm doing right now Windows 2012 R2 server. Control A, Control C, Control V. Okay. So next time I'm going to do Windows 7. I'm going to properly name that there. So Windows 2012 R2 in my case. Those who are doing Windows 7, go for Windows 7. Those who are doing Windows 8, go for Windows 8. So next. Wow. Oh yeah, sure. This one?
We never go back.
We never go back. Never retreat, never surrender. Oh, okay. So next. Okay, thank you. I just heard one yes, and I'm going ahead. Okay, so it has got this name, which is the proper way to do it, and it's going to add the boot or the starting files of this operating system, which is in my case 2012. Maybe you're having Windows 7, Windows 8. It's the boot file or the starting files of those operating system, right? That it's going to deploy first in an empty machine, and that these files will help the rest of the operating system get installed. Okay, click finish and then go for the install images. If it is done, click finish, go for the right click the install images, exactly same procedure. Install.vim this time, not the boot.vim, right? So add install image. It will ask for a group name, image group. So maybe we can say New York machines. Yeah, why? I'm living in Toronto. I'm like, really, I'm heard of this. Okay, I did that. So Toronto machines, and next. So yep. Hey, you raised your hand and said he has a question. Wow, that's cool. Image, the top one. Okay, repeat that. Cancel out from here. Did we all add image, boot images? Did we all add boot images? Okay, that was a boot.msi file, right? Okay, we're back. Boot.vim file, not MSI. Okay, install images. Right click. Add install image. Add install image. Everyone there? Add install image. Yep. No, you can just go for the top one. Okay, add install image. Then you can group this, because maybe for different groups you're offering different kinds of images. So I'm just gonna say Toronto machines. Okay, see it. Okay, Toronto machines. Everyone did that? Next. Okay, file location. What are we looking for? Install.vim. Browse. Since it's in the same folder, we already see the install.vim. It's the same folder where the boot.vim was, right? So, yeah, we should say like that with accent, right? Oh, okay. So, install.vim, next. Okay, if you reach this screen, you have to choose between the additions of your operating system. Maybe the company policy is for the servers. Suppose the company says that only deploy data center GUI. We don't want anything else. So I will uncheck all the images. In Windows 8 or Windows 7, just go for professional one, just go for any one of that and uncheck other versions. Otherwise it's just going to take extra space. If you keep it, it doesn't matter. It's just that it's going to take extra time and space for that. So I'm going to uncheck standard GUI and core and data center core. I'm just going to keep the data center GUI version. So if that is done or unchecked the unwanted additions, I'm just going to go for next. Everyone did that? Okay. Okay, next and next. So let that one addition be installed because the other addition that's just going to. So anyone is working with Windows 8.1 right now? 8.1, right?
Yeah.
You're also?
7.
7, cool. 7, did it offer any additions for that? 7?
Professional.
Ultimate, Enterprise. Okay, cool. Which one did you go for? Or in all?
I added all 4 and yeah, I deleted 3.
Okay, that's the long way to do that. Okay, so this means that now we can sit back and enjoy the rest of the samosas. Oh, the show or the hey. Okay, they are still left. Some of you can take that. Yeah. Okay. So anyone wants the samosas, you can still, there's samosa advertisement going on every 5 minutes. Thank you for the sponsors. And message from the sponsors is that good luck with the next test on Saturday. So and message from the sponsors as well that since I brought samosas, so full marks for me, for that guy. So don't worry.
Next week,
You're done, man. Okay. So next week there will be like 20 boxes of samosas still there. So 30 and sir, test will be okay, right? Yeah, cool, man. And I'm gonna be selling those samosas in Scarborough. Hey, that new samosas, man, just $10, dude. Oh, not $10, $30.
If they send about check, you can be late. Huh?
Okay.
Next exam.
Oh, you guys, just I'll cover that. Oh man, it was all recording. No, the test will be legit and everyone will be tested for that. For the record of the video. Okay, so click finish. Oh, I think those who have not started, man, that's like gonna take forever. Okay, who is done with it? The SSD gang is done, right? All the SSD gang. Your SSD? You started it way back then, like 1 hour ago. Okay, click finish. Oh, if I click finish, guys, those who have done it are in minority. So if you want to pass time, you can have samosas, right? Or finish, and it should look like this. Right now, our first lab server-side tasks are done. First lab only. First lab. Second lab, good luck with that. Anyway, so first lab server-side tasks are done.
So today we have 2 labs?
No, actually, 3.5. Yeah. So there are second lab is the mucho importante lab, right? So it's okay. Let's start with this. You guys who are still reaching there, you will know the steps because I'm going to explain a lot right now. By the time you will finish that, you will be ready to do that thing. So in fact, if you are you're not finished with this, still now you need to create a new machine. We need an empty machine, right? So this machine not gonna take space at all. But today we are supposed to start only one machine. Only DC today we need, right?
I think you said that you create another machine. We already have like server 2.
Okay, we already have, but they're shut down, right? Okay, yeah. So this will be the fifth one. Just like for server core, we added one more machine, then we deleted that. So this will be the WDS machine. So I'm even if you're not done on the server side, just start this new machine wizard. Make sure that your network card setting of the new machine is the same as this domain controller. In my case, it's VMnet 12. If you are host only, go for the new machine creation as host only. If you are whatever network setting is, go for that. I'm going to create a new machine now. Next, well, when you are creating a new machine, don't go ahead and don't be fast. You have to see this. I will install the operating system later. You have to select that.
Why we are not loading that?
Okay, no, we are testing the WDS. That's why. So yeah, we can clone, but not for this. So I will install the operating system later. Next, yep. Typical. But did you select the third option in the start?
It is a custom to do typical.
Yeah, it's a custom to do typical. That's a good one. Hey, another samosa. Okay. So I will install the operating system later. Make sure you selected this. After that, everything else is. Wait for me. Everything else as well. Okay. I'm not saying everything else is default. So I'm going next. Hyper-V unsupported. Okay, that was some other lab I was doing. 2012. Next. And this machine will not take that much time. Still, I'll just put it on. So I'm just putting this name as WDS1. The name WDS1, because this will be the first machine we're going to deploy. Then there will be WDS2 and 3 later. So I'm putting it on SSD. So the machine name is WDS1. Next, 60 GB default space.
Which one do?
2012. Yeah, if you see R2, go for that.
Only one processor?
Only one processor. R2, yes. If you don't have R2, then go for just 2012.
Did you say 2 GB?
Yeah, it's okay. 2 GB or 1 GB, it's okay. Okay, 60 GB hard disk and split the default options. I'm not touching anything. Next, I'm going for customized hardware and I'm going to change the network card setting according to my domain controller. So it could communicate basically, right? So when I customize that, I go and change the NAT. In my case, it is VMnet 12. In your case, whatever your domain controller setting is, go for that. If you have the correct network card setting, then what do you do? That's it. Click finish. So when you finish, your machine must grab a IP address because of the PIXI feature. So the machine is still on shutdown. I'm gonna start that now. If you are all on this screen, everyone on this screen.
So when
2. This machine we're gonna delete after a while. Okay, everyone on this screen. Okay, start the machine. Guys, what are we expecting here? This machine must grab an IP address automatically, and then this machine must go to the WDS, and we need to click F12 2 times. Did I say start the machine? Because I'm supposed to still tell you that we need to press F12 2 times and we need to do it very quickly. So guys, can you see this demonstration now? Oh man, what's wrong with you? You're like 20 steps ahead and then you're coming back deleting everything. So okay guys, see this demonstration. Do not do anything. See this demonstration. So again, hey guys, this is the police, and can you see this demonstration? Thank you very much. Okay, so demonstration is I'm going to press F12 2 times. First time, if I'm going pressing F12, it's going to grab the IP address. Second time, when I press F12, it's going to grab the WDS.
WDS aborted. DXC boot aborted. Windows deployment sensors. DXC boot aborted.
Okay, let me show that. Maybe I will get that error, but let me show this. So guys, I'm starting this machine in 3, 2, 1. Okay, start. So as soon as this machine starts, I'm pressing F12. Okay, it's looking for a DHCP right now. It got the DHCP and I got the second F12 and it is starting with the WDS. All you need to do right now is be very quick. So the option is keep clicking your machine, the this area, the whole black area, and then press F12 quickly. You need to be quick enough to press F12 to grab both of the F12s. I did that. I'll do that again twice. Restart. Operating system not found. Yeah, that's what, because there is no operating system there. You missed F12.
After first F12, if the focus gets out, so you need to click inside.
Yes, exactly, guys. So I'm on this screen. This means I can deploy the image of the Windows 2012. But the main thing is that you need to press F12 2 times quickly. So the guys, the main okay guys, so the main thing is that you will okay, that's the US police. Okay, no, your mouse is actually not grabbing the screen, so you need to click the mouse on the screen as well to grab the screen, to keep the screen grabbed twice. Once you press F12, maybe your mouse is leaving the screen. Keep clicking the mouse to grab the screen again. Once you're inside the screen, F12 will be grabbed. Guys, I'll give you 3 minutes for that. Then I'll give you the plan B. Plan B is you don't need to press F12 at all, and it's gonna go directly. There is a plan A, or the first way to do it. Press F12 quickly, grab it, or restart the machine again, do that again, or restart again, do that again. Or second step is that you don't have to wait for F12 at all. You need to do a configuration on the WDS side, and you will not have to do press F12, and it's gonna go directly to the WDS and grab this image like this. Okay, so we are all feeling lazy. That's cool. So I wanted you to know that there is a F12 way, so you know now that it's not easy, right? Second way is, everyone, okay, this is NYPD. Can you just identify yourself? Come on. Okay, so anything. Alright, so I'm going to server 1 and I'm going to change the options so I don't have to press F12 at all. Everyone on WDS console?
So should we come out from that?
Yeah, we can. Oh, no. If you're on that screen, oh, guys, those who are on this screen, stay there. Okay, 2 words. Stay there. Okay.
Mine says end request and message from administrator contacting the server.
Contacting? Oh, you need to click approval then.
How do I
Go to that. So this is for those whose screen is on the contacting. So go to this, look at the board. You need to go to pending device, and you should see one. Right click and approve that. Okay guys, the second way to remove F12 option or not to need the F12 option, just go to the WDS server and right click properties. Go to the WDS server, right click the server1.mydomain.local properties, and then you need to go to the boot tab. So go to the WDS server, right click server1.mydomain.local, go to the properties. You will see the boot tab, right? There are these 4 options that will make our life very easy. we have our unknown client. We did not pre-stage our clients. So for unknown clients, which is down here, we're going to check the continue the PXE boot unless the user presses the escape key. Which means what? If you pressed any key during the boot, it's going to cancel that or abort the operation. So you can do this and then start the machine. But you still need a hand to start the machine, right? So don't do it now. You can do it later. So if you did this and click apply, okay, click apply. I'm gonna do that again. Actually, those who are on that screen can try that again because you need to know that too. So apply, but where did you make the change? Make sure you did not make the change here. I mean, even if you make the change here, it's for known clients. It doesn't matter, right? Our machine is not a known client. What do we do to make a known client? MAC address of the empty machine needs to be added to the Active Directory pre-staging here, right? So our client is not a known client, it's unknown client. So the unknown client here and continue. Everyone did that? Okay, apply. Okay. Although I pressed that F12 2 times and I grabbed that screen, I'm going to restart now. And after restart, hands on your head like this. This is NYP read. Okay. So can you have your hands on your head like this? Okay. Anyway, so restart guest. I'm just gonna restart now and okay, hands on your head. Oh, okay, no, just kidding. Don't press anything here. Okay, that's what it does. I had to press F12 2 times to do this. Now without that, I'm going there. So now you know there are 2 ways, right? So we had to do first way. Now it's the second way. Did it work for everyone? Okay, cool. Did it work for everyone, every 2 as well? Okay, if this is done, the rest of it is just our installation, which we don't need. We don't need this Windows, right? We just wanted to deploy over the network. We wanted to know the options. We wanted to know how to prepare for that. We know now. So we go for the second lab, which is going to be challenge. So we need to have a server 2. Okay, our server 2 is our child domain, right? Oh, hey, that's cool, man. Okay, so child domain, server 2. We need to capture image of now. Okay, where is your installation reached on this machine?
Username and password.
Username and password. So if we put the username password here, what will happen? We have admin 1 or at okay, that image is coming next. Then next, according to the Windows installation prerequisites, and it starts the installation, right?
Oh, like that.
Yeah, it's okay. You know why? Maybe we need this window to capture the image. How many cancelled? How many cancelled? How many cancelled that and how many kept on going? Nobody cancelled, right? Kept on going, good. Okay. You did not restart, right? Okay. So, but you did that changes, right, on the server. So now you should not, it should be touchless. It should go straight. When it goes straight to that, go inside and give the username password and then go for the, so why aren't you doing that? Anyway.
I did that. Anyway, I have a client.
You have a client installed? Okay, good. It is joined to the domain? Guys, if you have a Windows client machine joined to the domain, we're going to capture, second lab is capture lab, we're going to capture that image of the client. If you have a Windows 2012 R2 machine started and joined to the domain, we're going to capture that. It's up to you. Whichever machine you have, the procedure is still the same for capturing the image. So now what we need, I was installing this because I don't have a working, so I have Humber server 2 here, but it's a child domain, and it might give me some problems in communication because of the DNS, separation. I want to have some computer joined to the domain. If you have a member server, if you have a replica DC, if you have a Windows 7 or 8 client machine, everyone has a client machine, right? Installed, because you were. Yeah, it's okay. Windows 7, we need to just capture the image, and I'm going to show you how to capture an image with whatever systems you have. Main thing about capturing an image is that you must have the boot.vim and install.vim files of that particular Windows, the ISO of that Windows. If we want to capture Windows 2012, in my case, most of us already added the boot.vim and install.vim image of Windows 2012 R2. In that case, it's good to capture the image of a Windows 2012 R2. If you have Windows 7, if you have added Windows 7 boot image and install image in the install image for Windows 7 or Windows 8, then it should be good that you should have Windows 7 and 8 to capture an image from. So if you have boot.vim and install.vim of Windows 2012, but you're trying to capture the image of Windows 7, that's going to create a problem. Then you must add the Vim files of Windows 7 as well. So whatever you were doing, if you're deploying the operating system now, keep doing that. But I think it's going to take a lot of time. So I'm just going to show you. My machine is ready, I think. Oh, it's about to be ready. So I'm just going to capture a Windows 2012 R2. One more thing about imaging. When you have done the imaging or when you have deployed the machine from the image, just like now we're doing, the machine is deployed. Will it be joining to the domain, or do we have to join it to the domain? So you're saying it will be added. Anyone saying it's not going to be added? We will have to manually join to the domain.
It won't be added. Because we didn't
You just changed it, man. You just said it will be added.
we didn't deploy the computer.
So I was supposed to say yes, but then I thought let's confuse him. So okay, you're saying that. Let's ask anyone. He got okay. So no, it will not be. It will be added, man. You were right, but you needed confidence. That's all.
No, we didn't deploy the computer.
We did not.
Deploy the computer.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes. So is it added or not?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yes.
Not an automatic installation. We are doing manual.
This is the manual. This is not an unattended installation. This is attended installation. We are attending the installation, right? We're clicking the answers. We're going to create the WIK.
So this is not.
No, this is not a zero touch installation. It should be a zero touch installation. Should be. This is just we're learning the WDS part of that. Okay, guys. So yeah, we are going to do that as an assignment. Yes, because I'm gonna send you all the steps. And just like last assignment, that Linux is the future. So maybe you're not gonna do that assignment as well. Okay, guys, I have Windows 2012. Did you install your image already? It's going, right? So 50%? Anyone on 90%? 20? Okay. You need a break? Like break? You had a samosa which just took out all the minutes. One samosa, 10 minutes gone. Second samosa, 20 minutes gone. You had a 20-minute break already. The samosa is already minus your break minutes. So those who had 10 samosas can have 5 minutes more as a break. Those who had 2 samosas, honestly, just sit here and follow me. So, okay, just kidding. So, okay, 10-minute break, guys. Zooming the video. And so, everyone on WDS? Yes. Okay, thank you for the answer. And So WDS. Yeah, it's pretty good. Cool. I just started that. So okay, guys. So and you're still losing, man. Oh, okay. Okay. So let's go for what? Server-side tasks of capturing an image, and this is going to be very tricky. I mean, you're gonna be like spinning your head. What? So I'm just scaring you. It's just tricky. Oh, it's recording. So okay, server-side step number 1: boot image. Go to boot image. Everyone to the boot image. And do you see this? So you're on the same page, right clicking the same options. Yes? Okay, 2 yeses. Okay, right click the so you need to right click the boot image and then create capture image. Okay, let's click that. So it looks like this. For everyone it looks like this, right? Whatever name you put there, it should show that in the boot images. Now we need to create a Vim file, WIM file, that will have the copy of the boot image files. So we're gonna we need a capture.vim. Until now we had 2 types of Vim files, which were boot.vim and install.vim. Third type will be the capture.vim, which we are going to create ourselves. It's not available anywhere, but if we intend to capture anything, we need to create that file ourselves, capture.vim. And what it does is it just offers the boot files during the capture of the image. It's going to offer the boot files to that image. So when we are capturing the image of our reference computer, the files in the capture.vim will help to create that image successfully. It will help to capture the image successfully. We're gonna do that, and I'm gonna explain that again now. But right now, if you're on this screen, all you need to do is click browse. When you click browse, you go directly inside that DVD. We need to create a capture.vim inside the inside our C drive, inside the remote install folder. DVDs are read-only media, right? So I'm gonna go to this PC, I'm gonna go to C drive, and I'm going to go to remote install folder inside the C drive. Once inside there, file name. Now this step needs to be very, very careful. Yeah. That's the remote install folder for WDS dedicatedly. Yeah. So I'm going to type C:\remote install inside that. That's it. Double click the remote install folder. That's all. And we name it capture.vim. And we name it capture.vim. Although even if you just type capture and click open, it's going to add the .vim itself. WIM, Vim. Vim. WIM, Vim. Okay, if that is done, click open, and it should look like this: C:\remote install /capture.vim. So the capture.vim file we created. And how did we create it? We right clicked boot image, boot.vim. We right click that file, boot.vim. It's in the background anyway. And then we created, on the basis of the boot.vim, a capture.vim file. So obviously this file also contains all the boot files of my selected operating system. So capture.vim could be just an exact copy of boot.vim, which means capture.vim has to be there, first thing. Second thing, when we are capturing the image, this capture.vim will provide the boot files to successfully capture that image. That's the main purpose of that. To successfully capture that image, it will use the capture.vim. Inside the capture.vim is all the boot files. So inside capture.vim is all the boot files, because we created from boot files the capture.vim, right? Okay. Yeah, we just need to give it a. It's capture.vim is the different name, right?
No, I mean the image name.
This is in my case the image is still Windows 2012 R2.
Yeah, but so it appears in the same content.
Exactly, you're right. What you don't believe? Yeah, exactly, you're right. So when I say exactly, you're right. Yes, there is, maybe you're not right, but then I say exactly, you're right. Yeah. So this means yeah, exactly, you're right. Okay, too many times.
So exactly means right.
Yes, we need to change the name. Exactly. Capture. I'm just gonna change it so it will. Hmm?
I already did next. That button.
Who already clicked next without two guys? Just two guys.
You can finish.
So loss of two is, you're still in minority. It's okay. I mean, no, come on, go with me. Because at any time, if I haven't clicked next, this means I may be asking or telling something, or maybe we discover something during the cross questioning, and we implement that change instead of this change. But even if you did not give that, what will happen now? When you capture the image and you upload the image to the WDS, now there are two images already. One is the CD image. From the CD we created an image which is the same name, and this capture image which is the same name as well. So when you offer an empty client two images, they will both be same names. While one is actually the captured image of a working machine, second is just a DVD image, which is just one operating system.
We can cancel it or rename it later.
You try to rename it later. Yeah, that's also gonna be question or yawn. Okay. So capture, and yes, we renamed it. Please do not go ahead faster. Next. So now server side steps are done. We need to go to the client side and run sysprep. I said run sysprep doesn't mean that you will start running sysprep right now. So please stay with me. Maybe there are some configuration changes I will do while running sysprep. So stay with me. And if you need samosas, it's there. You know what? If the
Which date and time?
date and time.
Yeah, on the
Second one.
you will see which one you did later.
Yeah, we can use the date and time.
Then
It's
rename it.
not gonna show that on the client side. Wherever the firewall is enabled, you need to add the exceptions of the WDS traffic there. So WDS traffic will have to be manually enabled, or the ports of WDS will have to be enabled on that. But then WDS should be installed on a separate machine. Oh, it's a big one. I mean, it's taking long time. If it's taking long time for me, so SSD gang. Oh, you already started to capture, right?
No, I'm not.
Cloning?
I already have clients, so
Okay. We don't need clone in this procedure, right?
no, I just need the original copy.
Oh, okay.
So that will count.
Oh, okay. Oh. So,
Because I'm using it as a client for my domain.
yeah,
So
okay.
I'm using the same client, so I'm insistent
Of that clone. Okay, that's cool. Alright, anyone reached finish? Oh man, this is like even super slow drive guys, like the SSD guys are also done? Oh, Windows 7. That's why. Windows 2012 R2 is. Alright, so we're going to. Okay, now if you reach this screen, you need to click that option, but do not go ahead. If you already did this, then I will tell you what to do. But if you're still here, then you need to check this option. What we need to do is, whatever we have created, what have we created till now? We have created a capture.vim file. So it is created. Now we need to put it in the boot images. So under this boot image, there should be a capture dot image showing now, or that, you know, the name of that capture image. So the next option just tells you to add it to the boot images. Add image to the Windows deployment server now. If I click this and click finish, so who has finished till now? Just 2, 3 guys, 4, 5, 6, and there are one guy raised the hand 3 times. Location? Yeah, and it will be boot images folder. So everyone there? Okay, so click finish. What we are doing is we are just adding it to the boot images folder, that's all. So file location is this. The default boot and install boot located on the sources folder, yeah, whatever. So capture.vim, when we click next, and this is the name of the capture, then click next, and
Can we change it?
image group is,
Can we change the name?
at this time, yes, you can change. If you did not change before, this is the time you can change and just add the capture. This is the last time. After that, never ever 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 you will get able to change. Okay, next. So it's adding this image to the boot images folder, that's all. And that was very quick. Okay, now, okay, when you see 2 images, one is showing capture, one is just showing not without capture. So this means this is a DVD image, and this second will be used to capture the image of the working machine. Okay, I have completed the server side tasks, and you need to see that video to, you know, really practice this. Okay, you can still.
And the time says there what? The latest time. So you
From the latest time you would know already. Cool. So WDS, I'm going to the client side. Everyone on the client machine that is going to create the of which we are creating the image. All right. Oh, close program. I don't think you have any other option than close program. Yep. When you click that, oh, the whole thing, the WDS is gone, right?
Yeah.
You need to repeat the thing. Oh, maybe it's already done. It was not done when it happened.
Maybe done.
So yeah, you can open the WDS and check if it is done. If not, then you have to repeat the task.
Question.
Yeah.
Did you already manually put static address?
Static address to,
On this WDS machine?
even if it's DHCP, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yep. Okay guys, so how do we capture the image? This is the way to capture an image. I have logged in from this machine with the admin one, and I'm going to start the capturing of this machine. Capture the image of the C drive of this machine. Suppose we are supposing that this has MS Office and it has all the other software, or we can just make some changes like IE enhanced security configuration Internet Explorer. We're gonna close that, so at least this machine will have this. We can check, oh, this is the one that we captured, right? So we stop this enhanced security configuration of IE, and we can just change anything else here, or NIC teaming or remote desktop is disabled, or it's supposed to be enabled anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to go for the run and type sysprep here. So what happens next? We go to the run. Okay, you're typing sysprep inside the machine which is joined to the domain and is a member server, or it's a client machine. Do not type sysprep on your domain controller. Do not type sysprep on your laptop operating system. It's going to shatter or really destroy your laptop, which is Linux, and it will be destroyed. So let's do that on your laptop. So sysprep. So Linux should not be your future anymore. So yeah. Firewall should be off. So Linux WDS. I should have the water gun, the big one, and I'm gonna aim for the water gun on your laptop, not on you. No more future. Okay, sysprep on the run. So guys, the next steps are still going to be, now it's going to be really tricky. That facility we had, that we don't have to press F12, now it will not work. So when we sysprep this machine and we restart this machine, then we have to really grab F12 this time. And why it is very important now, listen to this. Okay, nobody started sysprep, right? Whoever started, good luck. So if okay, yeah, if the folder is open, it's okay. So guys, listen to this carefully. Everyone, please, can you listen to this guy? This guy is trying to teach something. So thank you, sir. Okay, so NYPD, thank you. So what I'm trying to say is, sysprep will restart this machine. You must grab F12. Now the question arises, what if you miss F12? That's the exciting question. It's not going to capture. It's going to sysprep the machine. It's going to start the machine, and then you need to run the sysprep again, and then you need to try to grab that F12 again. And sysprep process takes a little time if you miss sysprep. So before starting the sysprep, yeah, you were saying? Oh, yeah, we did that. Now I'm going there now to remove that, because that will not work now. It's not gonna work. So guys, one more server side step. Do not run the sysprep now and do some exercise, because you need that exercise like this and this, you know, or whatever. Jump off the window, you know, exercise. Okay, anyway, so the thing is that, okay, go to this WDS. I'm on the client side, but I'm not touching anything. I'm going back to the server side, and I'm going to right click this WDS console and properties, and going to the boot option again. You know this option already, because you've made that change of continue the PXE boot unless the user presses the escape key. This will not work for capturing the image. Why? Because now there is an operating system. Before there was no operating system, so it just went to the WDS. Now if there's an operating system, it's not gonna let you go it's not gonna go directly to WDS. So you have to tell it that, hey, please, I need you to go to WDS for now, this time only. So I'm changing the unknown client option to require the user to press F12 key to continue to the PXE boot. If we do not do this, if we leave it to the automatic option, it's going to start the Windows itself, and you're gonna lose your chance to capture the image. So I'm going back to that boot option. I right clicked on the server 01, and this is WDS console on the server. Right click that and go to boot option and change it back to require the user. Everyone did that? Okay.
What about the known?
So our client is our client known? It's part of the domain now. So last time also I changed the setting for the known client, although it was unknown. So we need to change on both sides the setting that we need to require. But one more question arises here. Since it's a known client now, so why don't we keep this? Hey, don't press the key, continue the PXE boot unless the user presses the escape key for the known client, because our client is known now. Why? It's joined to the domain. But if it didn't work, we should still go for the F12 key. That will really waste our, that will, if it doesn't work, and it didn't work in the past as well, So anyone who wants to experiment with a one restart can go for client. I'm just going for the required F12 right now, right? But it's a known client. Maybe if it works, then you don't have to press any F12 key and it will take you to the wizard of WDS. Hey, you want to capture the image or what? So it's going to take you to the WDS option. But I tried that before as well. Maybe it works now. Okay, just to be on the safe side and to make it successful the first time, I'm putting it on require the user to press the F12 key for the known and unknown clients, but this is the known one. So this means now you have to be very, very careful. That's the foreign checks. Okay, anyway, so apply. Okay, and good luck, gentlemen. Everyone, good luck. See you on the other side. I mean, same side. I mean, like, the thing is that now, if you don't get to press the F12, it will sysprep. It will slowly go up again, and then it'll say, yeah, what do you want now? Then you log in again. You got it? Good. Okay. One trick you need to understand before you restart with sysprep is you need to keep on pressing the F12 plus the mouse button to keep the screen captured by the mouse. That's the only exercise you need to know. As soon as it restarts, see, look at me now. As soon as it restarts, one is pressing the F12 one hand and second is pressing the mouse. This means if your mouse does not capture the screen, you will miss that. You will press F12, but F12 is not going inside the virtual machine. F12 is just sitting outside. So you have to keep on capturing the screen and you keep pressing F12. Maybe it captured the screen, so press F12. So it will be like this. And I'm going to perform that now, this operation. So I'll just have to clean my hands and put that. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, nurse. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so I'm just going to go to WDS, sysprep, press OK, and let's start the operation. Thank you for your cooperation. And can you just move ahead? Okay. So sysprep, generalize. You know, some people do a shutdown because they want to really grab that screen, and they have gone through that restart and missed F12 so many times. Then they say, okay, this time I'm going to shut down. And you have just 3 attempts in sysprep, right? After that, it becomes... Okay, reboot. If I reboot, do I want to reboot? Okay, I'm going to reboot. I don't think you're going to see me doing that, maybe, but I'm going to be both. So I'm putting this finger on the F12. As soon as it restarts, I'm going to start grabbing it by pressing this button on the screen and pressing F12 at the same time. So both fingers will be like this all the time. So press OK, and there you go. So F12, when the black screen, the command prompt screen comes, then I need to be very active at that time. If you miss it, go ahead and restart it again with sysprep, or shut it down next time and then start when you're ready, like this. You know, do some exercise and come back, you know, run around the Humber. I don't know, whatever. Go to gym. So, okay, it's there. Okay, I'm just gonna press F12. Yes! Yeah. Woo! Did that. Woo! Okay. Good luck, gentlemen. Good luck, everyone. If you do that, good luck. Okay, so for the capture image, still there are challenges. There's one more mishap that could happen. Oh, you're busy doing that, right? Okay, so you got 5 or 10 minutes. Don't look at. So both. If you ever played video games, now is the time to use that skill.
I have to press F function key also.
F function. Oh, 3. That's even good. You need another guy to do that.
I don't see the capture file.
Oh, one option. You did not do the server side steps correctly. Oh, you know what? When you were doing the server side steps, oh, let me do that. Yeah, server side steps. I think you did not check that option. You just click finish right away, right? You have to check that option, which adds that image to the boot images. You did that? You're sure that next finish was the only thing then? So you did that. Okay, can you see this? Does your boot images look like this? Does your boot images folder look like this? Good luck with second sys prep. No, huh? It's not working? Hey, I just showed you. Sumit also. No, you have to be quicker. Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, for the record of the video, I need to show what to do next with the capture screen because the video you can still watch, and all the instructions I give in audio, you could just listen to that in the video, and oh, I have to do so. Okay, yeah. For the video, I was saying that both fingers should be pressed on the F12 and the mouse keypad. Okay, that's for the record of the video. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's working, right? It went on Windows? Yes. Oh, that was another one. That option was you never saw this actually. So when you really successfully press F12, you will see this option. The other option you saw was actually the Windows loading. That's all. So it never was that. So you just have to try F12 again by sysprep again, restart, and generalize.
When I got this screen, I didn't see the second option.
Okay.
When I shut down,
Okay. Start it again. And press F12 again. Oh, then you saw it. Okay, good. So you should go for the capture. Okay. Okay, guys. So next option is we go to the capture screen. There is one mishap that you need to notice again. This is, so I'm just going to go to the capture the current C drive. If the drive letter does not appear, okay, everyone, please can you listen to this guy? Thank you. Okay, so yeah. Capture one. Oh, okay. Woo! God. Okay, everyone, those who successfully went to the capture screen, you should be seeing this one, this window. If you have successfully caught the capture screen, you should be seeing this window.
Something new.
I didn't do it. Okay. Oh, okay.
This is for capture screen.
I'm having this.
This is the first image.
Yes.
You should not use the first image.
So what should I do? Just restart the machine again?
Okay, this means you need to select another machine. Two. So subscribe.
Restart again?
Yeah. If it survived.
you need 10 fingers, that's all.
Octopus.
Sorry, if I'm not catch it, I have to, after you finish it with the social, I have to start it again and this is this.
Log in again, sysprep again, restart again. Yeah. And don't forget to generalize. Click. Generalize. Okay, guys. So, guys, this guy is trying to say something to you, please. Can you pay attention? Thank you very much, sir. Everyone, please. NYPD, Toronto Police.
So
Okay.
now we can interrupt this.
Oh yeah, you got it, man. Capture. Woohoo. Okay, next option is for the record of the video. I'm gonna go ahead now is to do that and do this and do that and do this. Ah, nobody's listening to me. If that error comes, guys, if this error comes or that error comes, the same error, yeah. Then you need a second machine to capture the image or restart this machine again and do the sysprep again. But this image, if it comes, that machine you can try one more. If that error again comes, just change the machine and capture the image of another machine. So change the machine to capture the image, or run the sysprep on a separate machine. But restart, yeah, shut down this. If that error comes, shut down and then start the machine again and try to sysprep it again. If this error again comes on that machine, you need to change the machine and capture another machine. This machine is not good. Okay guys, for the record of the video, if this option comes, then I'm starting to capture the image now. Click next. The next mishap can come here and all of our effort can go down the drain. If I click the drop down here and the drive, C drive or D drive does not show me, if it's an empty drop down, I have to repeat the whole thing again, like the sysprep again and again. So this is the last step, where if I show the drive on the drop down, that means this is all success. So I'm just going to do that. Anyone wants to beat the drums like thank you. Okay, yes, I have a D drive. So it happens many times that you will not see the media here. Repeat the whole thing again. Good luck. Good luck guys. Okay, so yeah, it is D, which is actually the C. It is detecting C as D. So that's how it is working. Okay, D drive. There is two or three more things here, guys. Instead of trying to troubleshoot now, this is the procedure you really need to understand, because it's going to be very tricky here. Well, you just need to understand what it is. It's not that tricky. After you see the media here, which is the C drive, it's going to show us as D, but it is not the D drive of that system which we are about to take a capture image of, right? It's showing that C drive as D drive. So it's okay, it's good. Second thing, I'm just going to name that image again. Suppose it's the Toronto machines, but you need to understand the next window, which will have lots of information. Toronto machines group image. Okay, reference image. Okay, reference image. Okay. Oh, I need to put that down here, otherwise it's not letting me go. Okay guys, this screen you need to really understand carefully. Once you at home, this screen you understand already, and okay, there you go. So this screen you need to understand mucho carefully. I can? Oh, okay, I can go back, but I don't want to lose the screen because then I have to sysprep again. Yeah, this is D drive is actually the C drive of that computer from which we restarted. We are taking the image of the C drive of this computer. So when we press F12 and we went to the correct window, now it is detecting that C drive as D drive, so it's okay. Second thing is we gave the name of that image, right? Name here. We can give the same name as well. We can give any name. Actually, we should have been given the same name, but I forgot that. Okay, I will change. Yeah, I just wanted to. You can put the same name, Windows Server 2012 R2, or you can put the name and any name you want, but it's okay. But yeah, you're right. Okay, for the record of the video, I'm changing the name. Since you brought the samosa and you're saying that, so yeah, I need to really follow that. So Windows Server 2012 R2 capture. Actually, you know what? This is logical. I mean, that's the image we are trying to create. So okay, reference image. So reference image. So any other request to change, add any name, maybe Tom Cruise to the name of Pan Am Games. Okay, so next, this screen again, I'm gonna do that. Okay, action. Yeah, this screen you need to really understand. I was like 15 minutes ago here. So first thing, it's saying where do you want to save this image? Either you want to upload the image directly, or you want to capture the image of C drive and save it in the same hard disk. So capture the image of C drive and save it locally on that computer. Why? Why is that? So maybe you're uploading the image over the network and there's a network glitch and the capture image fails, and that capture image was supposed to be used to be deployed to 499 machines. You cannot afford to lose this image. You already see the effort we are going through and going through all the errors and everything. So I will capture the image of C and save that captured image again in that local system, so I'll know that I will get that image perfectly. I have no doubt that over the network, if there was a glitch or something happens over the network and it drops the connection, and whoa, I have to start again. So I'm saving it locally. But at the same time, it says, so browse, first I will click browse, then I will go here. First option is click browse, and it's going to again ask those details. What are the details? I'm just going to the C drive now, which is empty. I'm just gonna, that is a reserved drive. If I go to D drive, which it detected as a C drive, this is the drive detected. So I'm just going to have to put that name again there. .vim. Locally I'm saving that image, and I'm putting the same name, Windows Server 2012 var2 capture reference image .vim, and click save. Okay, first of all, my image is being saved locally. I'm sure my image will be intact. Second thing, on the same screen I have to do, and without that it's not gonna, yeah. Yeah, I had copied at that time, so I pasted that same.
But did you select D? You saw C a while ago. Why did you
C was the reserved drive for disaster recovery for that laptop or for that virtual machine. D was the main actual drive for that. So if I go to browse, D drive is where the Windows files are, program files are. So this was the C drive. This is the C drive of the operating system, right? And this is system reserved C drive. So we're not supposed to touch that. So D, and I'm putting the name again the third time here, right? Save, but at the same time, this window is the most crucial. Upload image to Windows deployment server optional.
So if it is optional, it should allow us to.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, two things. Yep.
If you uncheck it allows next.
Let me first connect that. So first of all, it's saying, hey, do you want to upload? I'm saying, yeah, go and upload as well. And I'm going, then it says, hey, who's your WDS server? So what is the FQDN for WDS server? Server 01 dot my domain dot local. And does it connect to that? Does it communicate? Oh, thank you. Domain? Okay, anyway, my domain is actually /admin1 and press OK. Okay, so it got this name. If I connect again, does it ask again? So I'm doing two things here. Save my image locally, and also, I'm not confident that the upload image will successfully work. So locally, when it's saving image, I'm good. That I'm sure that my image is safe in safe place. While I tell him that yes, go ahead and upload that image. So what is the image group name here? This is the image group. When I drop down, it detected my WDS, and then it said, yes, on the WDS you have an image group called Toronto machines, right? So it detected that as well. So can I select that? Yes, I can. So I'm doing two things in one window, and it is offering me that if you think that your network connection is not reliable, then at least save your image locally while also send it to an upload. So I'm just doing both.
If you uncheck, it will again disable.
Yeah, next. Yeah, it's optional.
But you can just without.
No, so I click the optional, and then I gave the settings, server 1 and everything, and then no, I did not uncheck that.
Then why it says optional?
No, maybe I just want to save it locally, and then later I want to copy it there, right?
But directly, I think it's capturing the video upload.
It's capturing, saving locally, and uploading as well. So after capture, save local and upload.
But so it is not optional. It's
No. If I don't click it, then it will only save locally.
but without clicking, the next is disable.
Next is
Next is disable. Red.
no. For me, I did not. No, for me, not. For you?
Maybe because I checked it. So if I didn't check at all, so it should be.
Yeah. Then it should save locally. That's all. Okay, guys. So you need to repeat this lab, and I need to see the capture screenshot of the capture image. First screen, the green screen, right? So I'm going to still send the list. Oh, he did not see that. Otherwise, I was having a very, face. He knew that I'm gonna do that. That's fine. Okay. So 4%. Now we're gonna wait till 100%, and by 8:30 it will be 100%. So okay. Anyway, so this is a capture image. Next Saturday is your test, and I'm sending the email that presence is compulsory because the guys who cannot come must have a very good reason. Again on the next another machine, same machine, right? Okay, change your machine. Anything else? So yeah, if this error comes, same issue. Why? Huh? Same as that. But you tried the same machine, right? You tried the same Windows 7 machine. Guys, if you get this error, just change the reference computer. Have another Windows installed. Join to domain, proper IP. Completely just change the reference computer machine or any working machine. That's all. Yep.
So when you're doing system, do you have to log into the domain, or as long as the server is joined to the domain, you can log into the local admin and then use the system?
It's better to do while the reference machine is joined to the domain.
It's joined to the domain, but when you log in,
Oh, log in from the domain credentials.
that's not local.
Okay, guys. So please do complete this lab. I need screenshots for the success of this capture image from everyone. So repeat this lab. See this video. I'm just gonna leave that there because I want to show you at the end. So I'm gonna keep the machine open when I going home, and so I could record the whole thing. Oh, so I'm gonna pause the recording now. When it finishes, I'm just going to resume that. Yeah.
That's the way you try that. It's
Yeah.
supposed to work like a
No,
like
it's just supposed to work. Definitely.
administrator. The RDC administrator is supposed to log in from the client.
Exactly. Yeah,
But
it should be.
the client also like the RDC allowed group also.
For the record of the video, I'm just showing that there was a finished screen. It finished deploying, and this image is already showing here. But if I go to WDS server here in C drive and go to the remote install folder in the images and Toronto machines, this is the image showing here as well. But we need to go to install images, Toronto, and check. It's just that image. So what I'm going to do is add this extra step. So okay, so this is extra step. Okay. So well, you can see in the video, but I'm looking at the way doing the video. I have to still grab that image from and copy that image to my. So I'm just gonna make the video. You guys, it's up to you. Yeah, welcome. Oh, no. it did not join. But I'm going to copy that image, which so I'm just saying it for the video, and copy and go and paste that image from that machine to the remote install folder. Oh, it did not copy there directly, so I'm just gonna copy it up there. So guys, I'm gonna keep on creating the talking to the video. If you oh shoot, if you want to, so it may not have uploaded the image, so I'm just copying that image from there to desktop, and then from desktop to this screen. So this is the image. This is a 3.4 GB image, right? We need this image. Oh, it is oh wow, that was fast. So rest of samosas, please. Oh, I have recorded that as well.
Will you hear Shahzad's voice?
Yeah, I'm recording that. So I've copied that here, and yeah, so I will keep on creating the video, right, guys? If you want to leave, it's okay. So I'm just going to keep on, but I've just witness for the samosa only. That Chandra for okay. Now this is permanently in the video now. So I'm just doing the final step, then it will be available, so you can all in the video you could do that. So guys, if you want to go, it's okay. Let me not stop you. I'm just gonna keep on creating the video. It's okay. It's gonna take time. So thank you. All right, I guess that's really good. Okay, bye. All right, thank you. All right. So I'm just installing this, copying this from the client, because the image was created, the capture image was created successfully. I copied it from that machine to the desktop. From the desktop, I'm copying it to the WDS server, in the C drive, in the remote install, and then I need to add it to the install image, that Vim image to the install image inside the WDS. So it's there now. Okay, once it is inside the C drive in remote install, I'm going back to the install images and to this and add an install image. So I'm just going to add that image, the newly copied capture image, to the install images. Click browse, and there it is inside the remote install folder, the capture.vim, and it is 3.4 gigs. Okay, look like that. Next, and once it's added there, then we can offer this image, install image, which is a image from a reference computer, to all the machines. So there it is. Finish. Now it can be offered to all the machines. In order to check that this machine has I'm going to create a separate new machine, and I'm going to put that option of boot again back to for my unknown client to be continue the PXE boot unless the user presses key. I'm putting it back because it's going to be an empty machine now. I will install it later, starting the new machine, Windows 2012, and I'll just go for WDS 2, because now I'm deploying a captured image. Next, next, and my NAT is VMNet 12. My network configuration, close, finish. So I'm gonna start this machine, and it's going to go directly to, supposed to go directly to the WDS without me touching or putting the F12 there. Supposed to go there, and there it goes. Yeah, it now, guys, you need to see that which boot image beside with which image is this capture image present. So in this screen, I am not going to click on this capture image. I'm going to capture on this R2 server image, and inside this R2 server image, boot image, I will see that capture image later. So this is for capturing, not to offer the captured image, right? This is where you are offered the captured image. So enter that. If I enter that, it's going to still ask for other options. And let it go next, and admin1 at mydomain.local, and there you go. It is showing two capture images. It's not supposed to show two capture images at the same date. I'm just gonna see the capture image here, and next, and that's going to install that captured image. And this is how the capture image can again be shown there. Oh, because in the boot image it's showing that, and also in the capture image. So the second image has been, the captured image has been deployed, and try to do this lab again. Let me know if there are any issues.